Great. So we have our third live session for the content writing workshop, and I'm your mentor Harsh. We will be covering the copywriting aspect tonight in this session. So without any further ado, let's start. So, what exactly copywriting is, we need to first clear that air. See, there is content writing. We'll assume left my this hand left, that is for me, to be content writing, where we club together different forms of writing like blogs, articles, case studies, white paper. Right hand is my copywriting. And now we'll differentiate between these two entities or these two styles. First, content writing majorly is done to build the brand's loyalty, to inform readers, and you need to have SEO done in the content writing to reach the right audience. These are three major roles or aspects on which content writing works. On the other hand, copywriting is different. Copywriting is all about persuading the mind of your target audience. You need to make a room, barge in their minds and give them an idea of what the brand is about or what they need, or they must need something and this brand is helping them. And once you've made that room, you need to sell things. So this persuasive content helps you get into the space of their mind. And once you've gotten into the mind of people, brains of people, you directly sell. You don't build loyalty or relationship or something. You just sell. And copywriting is above SEO practices. Like, I'd not say above, but apart from SEO. So you don't have to do any SEO work when you write content or when you write a copy. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So there are few things we need to remember when we are writing copy. Okay, before we move on, it is copy, copy pieces, or copy sets, not copies. Okay, we don't have notebooks, science copies, social copies. We don't have copies. We are not in that zone. It is either copy, copy pieces, copy sets. So when we are writing copy, we need to understand what it is about. So first, uh, it is majorly intended to talk to specific audience, and when you're talking to specific audience, it must convey a personalized tone. For example, your Zomato's notifications, app notifications that you see. For example, Swiggy on the same hand. For example, Flipkart, the app notifications you see are personalized, and you will see it differently in different regions. So your copy must convey personalized tone. Since it also does not have this SEO, so how to reach your right set of audience? It must have that tone which will talk to them. Second is, copywriting is majorly intended to advertise product, and it is a part of marketing campaign, run a marketing campaign. So when we say it is intended to advertise or to run a marketing campaign, every other form of advertisement and marketing falls into this. When you write a blog, oh sorry, when you write a billboard, when you write a jingle, when you write their Instagram caption, when you write Instagram post copy, the line that is written on that post, when you write reel script, when you write paper ad, when you write YouTube ad, when you write an ad which is going to be presented in blog space when you write a Google ad. Every other ad that you see, when you see the ad on the television, that ad is also part of copywriting, where script writing also becomes one part, but copywriting stays as the marketing campaign uh, from that aspect. So, a marketing campaign, we will also know about that a little bit. Marketing campaign is a pool of activity, or it can be a single activity, but it is intended, when we say campaign, it is intended to have a specific aim and cover the different platforms with this specific aim to deliver the brand's message. So that's what marketing campaign means. And when we are getting to this point of advertising stuff, we all know this, and we have talked about this point, that is, it is important to capture the attention of audience. You capturing the attention of the audience, it will be hard for the audience to find you. You have to grab their attention now. You have to capture it. And last but not the least, copywriting does not never ever means that you can make false claims. Don't do that, because people can smell it. You can also easily smell it because you've written it, and that will not be a good thing from brand's perspective to do. So these are few things, the core that we should understand before we write a copy. Because here there is no SEO, so you don't have any keyword. There is no technical crawler or search engine crawler which will have your domain authority or something else affected. So you are in a wide, big field which your brand can, go into any direction. So then, how do you make a frame around this big open field? Is by having these things: personalized tone, intend what your intent is, and then you have to capture the attention of the audience while making no false claims. These are few examples. On the left, you see bad days happen. That is a digital ad or digital copy example. This copy piece is written as bad days happen, at least your stuff will be dry. And on the other side, there is this paper ad that is of Volkswagen Beetle, which has the heading Think Small. And it says our little car isn't so much of a novelty anymore. A couple of dozen college kids don't try to squeeze inside it. The guy at the gas station doesn't ask where the gas goes. Nobody even stares at a little shoppy. In fact, some people who drive a little flare don't even think 32 miles to a gallon is doing any great gun. Or using 5 pints of oil instead of 5 quarters, or never needing antifreeze, or rocking up to 40,000 miles on a set of tire. That's because once you get used to these economies, uh, you don't even even have to think about them anymore, except when you squeeze into a small parking spot, or renew small insurance, or pay a small repair bill, or trade in your old Volkswagen for a new one. Think it over. These are two different ads, but you see how the capturing of audience attention is happening here, and you can see how they are targeting different audiences. You can understand what kind of audience they are targeting. In the bag ad, you see the emotional card playing in the first slide. They are having an insight that bad days happen. This insight we talk about in our pro course in very detail, because this is a topic which needs to be covered and unfold in a lot of time. So bad days happen is one way to capture the attention of audience. They're not talking about their product in this whole copy piece that they have written. At least your stuff will be dry. That's a subtle line under the heading. On the other hand, you see where everyone is talking about go big, luxury is better, this and that. Volkswagen came up with this ad in 90s, around 90s, saying think small. And they have written kind of a story here. Our little car isn't so much of a novelty. Couple of dozen college kids don't try to squeeze inside it. The gas station doesn't ask where the gas goes. Nobody stares at a little shoppy. In fact, 32 miles to the gallon is going any great guns. Nobody thinks like that. They are giving a visual representation of everything that car has to offer. They say a couple of dozen college kids used to squeeze inside it, so it is spacious. 32 miles to the gallon is the average of the car, the average the car gives. Everyone used to look at it. Why? Because it's small and it's very spacious. This car uses 5 pins of oil rather than 5 quarters, which is much less. It does not need any antifreeze, and it also drives along 40,000 kilometers on one set of tire. They have acknowledged every other uh, feature of the car in a very knitting, very storyboarded way. So you get the point how they have written the ad. Do you have anything to add on your perspective? No? Okay. Anything if you want to ask, just raise your hand and let me know. So while moving on, we have these fundamentals for effective copywriting. And these fundamentals are important, basic, and yet uh, ties a rope or thread around the frame that you have set up. So to firm it further, first you have to understand what people are reading, talking, or engaging with. So you have to put in the effort to understand what your audience want. And then after understanding, researching all of these things, you put the effort to convey the benefits to your audience. You see the Volkswagen car. They are talking, they are conveying their benefits to their audience very effortlessly. It seems very effortlessly. And so you have to put in efforts to convey benefits to your audience. You have to research, you have to understand, and you have to go back and forth with different ideas on this. And when you've gotten an idea of where to place yourself, you start writing your copy. Your copy must have a compelling and crisp headline. Crisp, because if the headline is very self-explanatory, nobody wants another piece of copy to read. So one compelling and crisp headline must do the work. And for reference, you can refer to the previous slides. Bad days happen, think small, and more such copy pieces or ads. Then you bound the readers by their choice. Piyush, you want to say something? We are getting some noise from your side. Okay,
No sense.
okay. So you bound the readers by their choice. Now, what does it mean? It means, first thing, we writers need to put on the lens of readers. And second, we need to see, are people actually reading the mechanical stuff we have been writing all along? Long before AI as well. is it a content piece you will read? Is it a copy that you would like to read? And then find interest of the people. You find interest of the people, you find the pain points of the people, you find how users are contacting or limiting themselves or embracing different ideas or different social issues, public issues. But when you're writing from brand's perspective, social and public issues might not come into the play because a brand does not want to hamper or divide their audience into certain groups, because it will again affect their sales. The last is you have to focus on risk reversal. And it means when you're writing a copy, you feel this is a great copy. But you have to, when you put on the lens of reader, as I said, you might find a few things offensive. You might find a few things not aligning with the brand's perspective. You might find a few things which are which should not be returned, right? And so you should focus on risk reversal. Where and how do you do that? I'll tell you that as well. Um, Detach yourself from that copy piece and give it to different people of that target audience, and even to different people of different target interests. And let them give you a very unbiased opinion on it. Tell them that this needs to be professionally done, so don't be, sarcastic when you give it. Don't be very jealous, don't be very sad, don't be over excited, don't be overwhelmed that you just write again another mechanical answer. Ask people. And major thing of copywriting is you need to write a lot first. Blogs, articles, these all things like we have discussed earlier in sessions, AI will take this up. But copywriting is a part where you cannot make it mechanical or artificial. You have to now find a lot of different ideas, insights, and frameworks that you can bank upon. Anything that you want to ask up to this point? Hey, this is all boys class, or is there any girl here? I only see boys' name. Vidyut, Piyush, Hardik, Anirudh. Hey, all boys class it is. Let's go. Great. So I take your silence as a no. And I would want to say thanks to all of you guys for being there in all the live sessions. I see a lot of you have gone through whole recorded sessions as well. And I look forward that you complete the questions that are given to you. And I hope that in real life you are more interactive than you are here on this session. I just hope. If not, please go out, relax, give yourself some room. And have you seen the this movie, Coco? Have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No. Oh,
Sir,
uh,
it's a animated cartoon.
yeah. Animated, animated movie, yeah, cartoon, whatever you can say, but it's a movie, Coco. And when you watch it, there is a song in it. If you don't want to watch the whole movie, just listen to the movie. What should I say? Clip of that song from the movie. So that child is taught to relax and how to shake off his fear. He just goes like this and does a little shaky things, and very filtered, huh? Don't take it otherwise. So watch that scene, particular scene, and give yourself some break. Yeah? Come on, every exam is there. Everyone is facing the same exam. Everyone has the same 24 hours. What everyone does not have is a brain like you. So nourish it, don't stress it. And I am talking to you all on this particular subject from personal experience. If you overburden it, if you over, what would I say, pressurize it, you will lose on a lot of things. So do everything, study hard, give 100, 200,000% of yourself in exams. But also, while doing that, don't exhaust yourself too much that you can come back. With that said, all the best to all of you for your exams, and I hope to see you all writing more of the content. Share it with me at Unusual Harsh or my WhatsApp number you have. Bye, guys. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good
Thank
night.
you, sir.